Hi everyone, my name is POLISHA and you're watching Exo Fame House. So honestly, I have no idea how much is 9 inch or 10 inches or 8. In Ukraine, when I started, we had kind of different system to rate them. We had number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And I still have no idea how many inches there are. So the 1 is the shortest one. I never had them. I started from second platform and now I have number 5 platform. It's something like this. And 5, 4 and 3 if I want to make something more like jumps, tricks, or if it's high shoes. Usually I have shoes all from pleasure, and mostly I all bought them when I was in Ukraine in the same shop because they already know me and I just can send them money and they just send me shoes by taxi. That's why, very comfortable. I think that the signature aspect of my movement is that this movement carries a meaning. I mean, if I make a choreo, it's really important for me to understand about what I'm dancing, and I love the storytelling and I really enjoy to find the ways how I can show the main topic or idea of the choreo or from lyrics in the music. So I can say, yes, that the main signature aspect of my movement is the meaning, what I put into this movement. And movement by itself can be really different from different directions. I think that art in general is the essence of human life experience. Like everything that we feel, that we are going through, that we saw, that we survived, and then we find the way how to transform it into something visible, audible, and etc. And that's why for me art is like something that sometimes I cannot speak or cannot find the right words, but I can find the way how I still can show it. Body language. I think it's also it's like you put your life experience. Sometimes it's through the whole life. Sometimes it's very short life experience, but very emotional, and you put it into your piece, into your choreography. Yeah, I think that's all. The source of inspiration for my dance, I think that inspiration is all around, and it's just a matter of being able to notice it and to put your attention on it. I think the people around me inspires me a lot, and I'm really grateful that so many talented people are around me, that I know them personally, that I can be touched to what they create. And I also think that I really inspired by my family. I inspired by my sister, how smart she is, how she can help me. I inspired all the way how she can bring me the new direction for my curiosity, And I think that the curiosity is the main source of my inspiration, because it makes for me possible to step out of the bubble of everything that I already know and to receive this absolutely new experience and to know something new, to experience something new, to feel something new, to know the new people who can become a new inspiration and who can lead you in a different directions. I think that, yeah, as I told, I'm inspired by my family. For example, my dad started to dance tango like 5 years ago, and I think in his ages it's something amazing. And once I was able to see on my eyes this tango session, and it inspires me. I think it inspires me how my mom can love me, even that sometimes I'm not the best daughter and I don't answer her with that intensity that she was, but she still is not offended on me. And this ability to love inspires me a lot. I think, of course, as a dancer, I am inspired a lot from music. Music is my biggest inspiration if it comes to creating a choreo. I like to deep dive into lyrics. I like to find the meaning in the words, and I'm really impressed how sometimes just several words, short, can carry a whole life emotional experience, and it triggers directly my associations. And sometimes just this short metaphor can inspire me to a choreo, and I know directly about what I want to dance, and then it's just a matter how I will find the way to show this topic and to talk about it through my body and how to express it. I think that I also inspired a lot visually, and I can feel how this visual inspiration affected me, because since I moved from Bali to Ukraine, the environment changes a lot, and I feel how it changes my choices in music, how it changes the direction where I want to dive into when it comes to choreo, when it comes to music choice. And yeah, I really like to also to have this like inspirational notes. I mean, to carry some notes when I put some topics which I need to explore lately, and to put my attention lately on it. And it just keeps me always like I know what I want to explore lately. And I think that if we stay open to the world, we can always find the new ideas about what we can dance. And yeah, just to stay open-minded, to be attentive, to put your attention to the world around you, to be with open eyes, open ears. But in the same time, I know that if I'm tired, I'm just not able to notice a lot of beautiful things about me. That's why it's also very important to take care of yourself, to being able to be in that condition when you can notice the beauty around you. I think that for me as exotic pole dance teacher, the most important aspect when I prepare classes and in general is to keep balance the technique part and artistic part. I really want to keep it balanced, to taught my students and to give them the tools how they can express themselves through movements. So I want to give them technique. I want to taught them how they can do certain transitions and to give them this variety of movement vocabulary, but in the same time I really want to encourage them to be artists and to find their own meanings for my career, for my music, to stay not the copy, to be not the copy of me, but to be individuals and to be original, to being able to enjoy what they're doing, to being able to be present, because I think that sensuality is a lot about being able just to breathe in, breathe out, to feel your body. And I put their attention a lot on the way how they feel when they dance. Of course, first we learn the sequences, the technique, but then when we start to drill the choreographies, I try to put their attention in different aspects. Like, for example, okay, now notice, are you breathing at all? It's also my problem. Sometimes I forget to breathe. Then I put their attention like, this movement supposed to mean something to you. Find your own meaning if you don't relate to the meaning that I put in this movement. So yeah, I'm trying to teach my students to balance technique and creativity, and I think it's these both parts are really important, and they give a freedom to express yourself as an artist, as a dancer, as a pole dancer, and to stay artistic, but in the same time being able to perform cool tricks. Bali is for sure a special place for me. I first came there just in the end of the quarantine, and as I told, my sister is a source of my inspiration, and she is like a curator. She directs for me very interesting directions in which I became interested lately. And in general, I just think that if I feel that environment stops inspirate me and I feel stagnation, I think that I need to do something with it. And it was the main reason why I decided to go to Bali. I was teaching pole. I was given pole classes. Everything was pretty good. I had a lot of students. They were very passionate about my classes. My groups were full. But in the same time, I worked like underground. You don't have windows there. You have, but it's small and it's there. And I was just sitting whole days in that small studio. And I felt like I don't feel inspired. Yes, I can create art, I can share my choreographies, but I need more. I want to have this kind of awe moment when you feel inspired from environment around you, from the space where you're teaching. And I just felt that I need to change something in my life, and I didn't know what exactly. That's why I was starting to dig in and to search in different directions. I started to practice yoga while I was in Ukraine, and then my sister offered me to come to Bali to her because she was in Bali. I decided, yeah, that sounds great, and it was also a yoga training course there happening, and I applied to it. So I came to Bali. It was still quarantine time, and I should to stay 10 days in a hotel. It was, and hotel was closed. No fresh air in 10 days. I thought that I'm gonna die there from the lack of fresh air. Yeah, when I came to Bali, I finished yoga courses. It was absolutely new experience for me itself, and in general Bali for me was a life-changing moment. I met a lot of nice people there. I'm very grateful for everything that I had there. I'm very grateful for all nice people I met there. I really miss my dance family, my dance farm. I learned a lot from them, and it was a time when I discovered myself as a dancer again, because basically I was a dancer and then I switched to pole dance, and for a long period I was really concentrated in a pole dance. But in Bali I was able to rediscover myself as a dancer again, and I learned so much from dance teachers there. I feel the impact of that and how it changes me as a pole dancer as well. And I'm also very grateful to Pole Studio, to Nadia, the owner of Robin. I have so many pleasant memories there from Bali, and I for sure will come back there. I actually organizing a pole camp in February in Bali, in Robin. Yeah, and what I hate, this topic is very deep, and I understand that not all people can understand what about I gonna talk, because it's connected to the war. And what I saw in Bali, it's a lot of toleration to artists from Russia and kind of neutral position. I understand that it's a deep topic and complicated. And if you didn't experience in your life to live in war conditions, you can't really understand the depth of my emotions. So I think that it's not okay in wartime to invite artists from Russia, because it's a toleration of aggressor side. We need to understand that every Russian passport is a contribution to the war. It's taxes, and taxes are not abstract. It's drones that destroying our cities. That the reason why I need to sit in a bomb shelter is a reason of a lot of tragedies in my country, and it's hard to understand it if you're not touches with it directly, if it's for you something abstract, if you never experience a funeral of people of who you know, if you never experience and never saw amputated limbs, and if you never heard the sound of explosions. That's why I understand that this topic it's hard to understand from people from another side of the world, but so the toleration of Russian artists from Russia who live in Russia and pay taxes there, I don't think that it's okay in the wartime, because there are no neutrality. There is obvious victim and the aggressor, and neutrality means silence, and silence it's always the toleration of aggressor side. That's what provoking me not the best and pleasant emotions. So I cannot actually say that I'm only exotic dancer. I don't connect with this style directly myself. I think that I'm multi-directional actually. For now, in Ukraine, I give classes with a spinning pole. I really like spinning pole in the way how you can find the flow, the beauty of shapes, and I really enjoy the spinning pole. It's a beautiful way to find your flow and to lose yourself. I can sometimes spin for hours. I really feel like I'm flying when I'm spinning. I also teach contemporary pole classes, and as well it's about the flow, to find the flow in your movement. I like pole tricks, so I can't say that I'm only exotic, and it wasn't the main. It's not the main in my CV. I'm a pole dancer, I'm pole artist. The meaning for it that I'm multi-directional and I choose the directions in which I want to go. I choose the tools which I want to use to express the main idea that stays, or it's just a direction that I choose to go to teach. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm really in a mood to make hard tricks, and then I'm like, okay, let's organize intensive tricks classes. Sometimes I'm in the mood to organize pole contemporary, because I feel like pole contemporary allowed to experience absolutely different way of movement and different colors and emotional shadows, colors, and it's just different, and it depends on my mood for sure. I think that the most bizarre situation connected to exotic pole is about my performance on Bachelor, I don't know how correct to pronounce, party. So I came to perform on pole on this party, but I think the people who decided to organize this party, they are not just party people. They're really like very intelligent, and parties, it's something not regular maybe for them, or I don't know. It was just very awkward situation. So I was performing for them, and they don't had a DJ. Party were very quiet. It was just room. They came all, they sit on a couch. I was like, we are ready to see the art, the performance. And then me entering, and then I understood that there is no DJ, so I need to play music by myself. And the Bluetooth speaker was really like this, like, you know, like really like this, very tiny, very small. And it was just awkward situation when I'm trying to connect to this speaker. They're waiting, sitting. I'm trying to connect myself to this speaker. Then I put it in front of the stage between me and them, because it's very, like, you can't hear it properly. But the sound of X stage, you know how it's loud when you dance on them on heels. It was barely, you can barely hear the music on this small speaker, and they're just sitting, looking, and then I felt so awkward, and it was so fun. I have no idea. I didn't heard any shit about me. Yeah, thank you. I think that I want to highlight my pole camp in Bali in February. It's absolutely new experience for me to organize something so far away from my house, to being responsible for other people, because I bring also one guest teacher from Ukraine. So there are two pole dance teachers. It's me and Sasha Romanova, and I'm responsible because I'm bringing her from so far away. And they're gonna be two ballet dance teachers. And I used to organize not pole camp, sorry. I used to organize events in Ukraine, like educational events, but it's different in your country, close to your home, in your language, and when you need to go so far away. That's why it's a big event for me, and I'm excited about it because I really adore a lot the artists who I invite, and they're my inspiration, and it's a big moment for me to organize a space where I can share what I love in the way what I like everything what I like about pole I put in this camp. What I value in pole I put in this camp, in the program I put in my choice of teachers, because I think that they are really artists, and it's interesting that they can share their knowledge with dancers who eager to explore, to make a step out a little bit from just pole training. And I think that what makes my pole camp standing out from another pole camps is the highlight to artisticity and to dance classes as well. Yeah, that's the biggest plan that I want to highlight. Of course, I'm planning to go on the stage, and it will be very soon when I will come back to Ukraine. There are a lot of plans. Let's see what will be possible to do to make it real.